Alright, what's up guys? This is round 2. I hope you're enjoying this format. Coming to you here today from beautiful Lake Wohink in Florence, Oregon, right behind me. So what I want to talk about, stories. I want to talk a little bit about traveling through Algodones, Mexico, and Slab City. 2 places I didn't film. And you're like, well, why didn't you film? Why didn't you film? Come on, you're supposed to be filming this stuff. Show us more. Show us more. Yeah, I hear you. So, you know, that's the thing. When I was out on this trip, there was a lot of times where I didn't feel like showing anything. I didn't feel like filming anything. I didn't feel like turning on the camera. I didn't feel like talking about this, talking about that. I just didn't feel like it. So I don't have any excuses. I don't have any reasons other than that. And well, there are a couple others. There are other reasons, or sometimes there's I don't know, 50, 100 videos already on YouTube talking about the places already. So hey, you know, it's nothing. I'm not showing you anything new, right? All right. So enough of that. Let's talk about Algodones, Mexico. When I stayed down at the Buttercup sand dunes, part of the Glamis, the Imperial Sand Dunes area. That area was only about a 25-minute ride from Algodones, Mexico. And Algodones is a really interesting place. I went there like at least 5 or 6 times. There is the Quishan, forgive me if I'm pronouncing the Indian reservation incorrectly. The Quishan Indian Reservation has a large parking lot right at the border. So you drive in there in your car, and you pay a $6 fee, and you park your car, and you can cross the border between like 7 in the morning and 10 at night. It's a really simple, easy deal. You literally walk right into Mexico. There are no checkpoints or anything. You can drive your car in there, but that's going to be a little bit more of an ordeal if you want to take your car across the border. But it's very simple. You literally walk across. It's a very concentrated area. Anything and everything, medical, dental, eye work is there in Algodones. Excellent dental work. If you need pharmaceuticals, if you need to get ibuprofen. When I was there, I bought a bunch of bottles of ibuprofen for very, very inexpensive. And I also bought a bottle of vanilla, like to cook with. I didn't buy any medical any dental stuff. Knowing what I know now, I probably would have maybe bought a different night guard for my teeth. You know, things like that. I think they can do that stuff there. But overall, a really, really good experience. There was one place there in particular. My group of friends that I went with, we went to the chicken place. Everybody calls it the chicken place. And it's got a big sign on the wall. And it says, if you don't like the food, you don't pay. And the food, let me tell you guys, was great. It's a little hole-in-the-wall place. They cook the chickens right outside on the sidewalk. Just out in the open street. They cook them out there, and you know, of course, it's Mexico. There isn't any regulations on a lot of things, and so it was just an overall great experience. And this place, like, you could go in there and order anything you want. You want a shot of tequila? They may not have it, but they can get it for you. They can get anything you want in Mexico. That's one of the best parts about down there is, you know, you talk to some of these merchants and they can get you anything you want. I mean, it's going to cost you, but they can get you anything you want. So overall, Algodones, Mexico was a great experience. Pretty much checked everything out while I was there. We did it all. We did it all when we went to Algodones. We had a really, really good time. And the food was great, and the people were very, very friendly, very, very safe area. No, you know, very, very, very safe area. So that was Algodones. Pretty, yeah, like I said, it's a pretty simple place to go and see and visit. Slab City. I went and I checked out Slab City, and also went to the Salton Sea for one day at the Salton Sea. I spent 2 nights dry camping at Slab City, just outside of the Salvation Mountain, just right outside of there. And I ran into a bunch of YouTubers. I ran into Adventure Van Man when he was there. He was doing some filming, and also some other people from the RTR gathering I also ran into at Slab City. Slab City, it was interesting. I got to drive. We drove all around the place. We checked out all the little streets and the little roads that kind of go all over the place. We did go down to the Grange one night, listened to some live music, and got to experience all of that. It was interesting. Slab City wasn't really my cup of tea. I did not like all of the trash and the litter just spread out all over the landscape. It really turned me off. I mean, I would have much rather have been in the national forest in, you know, pristine wilderness and so that sort of a thing. So the trash was a real turn off for me. Would I go back to Slab City? You know, probably not. It was an interesting experience, and I am glad that I got to experience it. Essentially, the people that are there are living rent free and living as they choose to want to live. You know, of course, you're not really going to be able to grow food there. It's not. I don't know how people sustain themselves in the summertime. You know, a lot of people had solar panels there, but I don't know how the people they deal with those harsh heat in the summer months. But overall, it is the last place in America where you can live rent free, and a lot of people just do that. You can take up any kind of corner you want. Of course, you might have to kind of fight over it a little bit, and you can kind of claim it as yours and stay there as long as you like. So for a lot of people, that works for them. So anyways, that's kind of the talk on that. And like I said, I didn't film because there's already a lot of people. There's already a lot of vloggers that they have already taken a lot of footage of Slab City. So I'm going to let them take the prize on that one. So there you go, Algodones and Slab City. Two places, go and check them out. Thanks for watching.